So this is one of the frequent questions, okay, that's been asked by my followers and members. Okay, as you all know, the market has been crashing, okay, for the past 1 month and stuff. So the question now is, in a lot of your mind is, how long will this market crash last? Okay, so in order to know this, okay, is to ask the question, okay, actually how long will the tariff last? To be honest, okay, because if the tariff ends, okay, if let's say it really ends, right, that's when the market crash, okay, will definitely end. But to know when is it, okay, I will show you my thought process, okay, and my view, okay, and how long will this, market crash and also the tariff last here, okay. So first thing, of course, okay, as we all know, I think 1.5 months ago, okay, you can see that the US imposes high tariffs, right? So the main purpose of high tariffs here is to make import prices increase sharply. Okay, why? The original goal of tariffs, right, it is to encourage the sale of local products. Okay, because if import products cheaper, people will keep on buying import products. Okay, and they cannot support local products, so they make it the same price. That's why they input tariffs. Okay, so that the price is competitive to their local products. So that's the main point. Okay, but then again, you must understand US is very different because US has very few local products. Okay, a lot of their products, okay, are being imported. Okay, and even American companies, right, they will manufacture overseas. Why? Because the cost is lower. Right, they have a very strong currency, so it makes sense for them, okay, to manufacture, and other countries that is cheaper. And then when they import with a strong currency, okay, things of course will be cheaper for the US citizens, right? So for example, the iPhone is made in China, okay, and also India. Why? Because it's cheaper there. Okay, but because of tariff right now, it will become very expensive. Okay, when you start to import it in the US. Now, the thing is this: when things are becoming expensive, okay, you will definitely import less or never import at all because it doesn't make sense, right? So, but the thing is this: okay, US is in a situation where there are no local alternatives. Okay, even if they have, okay, let's say you have a locally made iPhone here, right, you will definitely have product shortages, definitely. Okay, so when you have shortage of products, demand and supply, you will definitely have high prices because you have to keep on increasing the price because there's more demand than the supply, right? Then even if you then have to import the products to meet the local demand, right, it will still be very expensive because of the tariffs, right? So at the end of the day, this will flow down to the consumer. So it will become a much higher cost of living in the US, and this will spike up inflation. Yeah. Okay. So now you all know why in the news, right, people keep on worrying about inflation. It's because of these tariffs. Actually, at the end of the day, it will make inflation go up. So when the cost of living in the US is so expensive already, people definitely will demand for their wages to be increased because they have to adapt, okay, to the much higher cost rate of living, right? But then again, okay, this is a very vicious cycle. So if people demand wages increase, and wages is part of the operating cost of making a product locally, then this will further drive up the cost, definitely, and things will even make it even more expensive. So at the end of the day, many middle income and lower group will suffer financially. Okay. Now, so the other side effect is this: the US products, will become uncompetitive globally. Because sometimes the idea of having this tariff is to they say they want to bring back manufacturing, right? But I think it's not really feasible, okay, because of your very strong currency and people are there demanding a high wages, right? So, and cost of living very expensive, okay, and stuff like that. It's a very vicious cycle. So because your locally made product is so expensive, it doesn't make sense to export. So because of that, you have the loss of foreign markets also. So because of all of these issues here, right, they may have domestic protesters and there's a lot of dissatisfaction. All right. So at the end of the day, the whole outcome is, I tell you this: America will suffer the most, okay, from this tariff. Yeah, they are shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah. So my prediction, okay, because of the consequences, the severe consequences, okay, on the people and the economy, right? I personally feel, okay, this tariff war here, okay, they may end, okay, within 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it won't be that long. Okay, I feel why? Because it's very simple. Because there's money involved. Yeah, because businesses in the US, I tell you, they can't keep losing money, right? Because your things, if you want to import, okay, most of the businesses they import things, okay, from other countries and then they sell it locally. But because the things are so expensive right now, okay, they cannot do business. Doesn't make sense to import and then pay the very high tariffs. Okay, they will lose money because local people won't buy things from them also. All right, so this is the first from in terms of businesses. Then consumers definitely can't stand paying more for expensive stuff. All right, no matter how nice your agenda is, okay, with regards to tariff and stuff, at the end of the day, when it comes to money, okay, people will what? They will take care of themselves first. They will think of for themselves first. Yeah, so consumers they can't stand paying more. Impossible. Okay, for iPhone, for example, let's say you can only get for 1,000 US dollars there. Okay, because of the tariffs, right? Impossible. You are so happy to pay 2,000. Okay, this time. No, people will not do that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, people will definitely complain. There's a lot of anger and a lot of people are a lot suffer. Yeah. So you can see that this recent news already, okay, on April 24th here, okay, a dozen states already start to sue the administration to stop the tariff policy right now. Yeah, they say here that this tariff here, okay, has brought chaos, okay, to the American economy. Yeah, all right. So these are the states here that have been suing, okay, the administration right now. So if tariff is really that good, right, everyone should be happy, everyone should be supporting it. But I tell you, these are the things that happen right now, okay, in the US. Okay, so this is what I told my subscribers, okay, in my Telegram community here. Yeah, so at that time, okay, when Trump has already do this tariff, I already know what will happen already. Yeah, because I know that there will be more cons than the pros already. So when the market has been dropping, okay, and then some of the stocks are now undervalued, okay, so I already did my best, okay, to position my portfolio nicely. Okay, I focus on the good performing ones and the undervalued ones. Some businesses, okay, may be affected temporarily, okay, maybe because of the tariffs and stuff, but I know eventually, okay, they will recover back, okay, when things are back to normal. Right, you want to get undervalued price, okay, you will only get it when they are bad news. All right, so I've already positioned, okay, as much as I can ready. Yeah, those very undervalued I slowly entered for the past 1.5 months ready. Okay, yeah, so what's left is simple, is to it. Yeah, so but the thing is this, okay, patience is actually the hardest skill to master, okay, as a stock investor. Yeah, so because you will keep on wondering when will the market go up, and then you have to face the negative news and stuff. So actually waiting is very, very tough. Yeah, but then again, okay, I told them, you want to be a long-term fundamental investor, okay, you want to hold it because you want to take the profits, right? Okay, but it doesn't mean you hold when the price rises, but it's also during the downturns. So, okay, so you want to get further, okay, more market returns, extraordinary returns, right? Then you must be willing to endure temporary losses. Okay, why? Because these temporary losses here, the market drop, okay, the share price has been crashing, right? It's actually being sold, okay, and caused by the emotional and ill-informed investors. So don't be like them. Yeah. So what you can do, let your company's business be the anchor point. Okay, that means make it really be your main focus. Okay, make your investment decisions, okay, based on your company's business, not the price movement. All right. So because eventually, logic and common sense, because now the market is very fearful. Everyone is fearful, everyone is frustrated, okay, and people really hate the market right now. But eventually, guys, okay, logic and common sense will come back to the market, okay, when they realize their mistake, because they've been selling down good companies. Then when the earnings come, they see the company is performing very good. Oh my God, they made a mistake already. Okay, I shouldn't have sold. And then eventually, okay, people will come back, and then it's when the price start to recover. Okay, so when they realize the mistakes, okay, and that's when we enjoy the harvest, when we patiently planted before. Okay, this is how I guided my community inside there. All right. So if a community is something that you are finding, okay, I invite you guys, okay, you can join it. It's for free, of course, if you want to join a community to invest together, right? Because I'll be posting my guidance, okay, sometimes I'll be posting some daily tips of what's happening in the market and stuff, okay? So if this is something that you want, you can scan the QR code or even click the link down below, okay, and join my Telegram community, all right? So at the end of the day, before I end it, okay, do focus, okay, on good performing companies. Okay, this is the main thing that you need to do right now at this market drop. So ignore short-term stock price movement, okay? Then continue to average down or the dollar cost averaging on the good companies. All right, don't focus on the bad ones, only on the good ones, and it's undervalued. Then again, I'm very sure a lot of you want to time the market. It's like, oh, when the market recover, then only I go back. But the thing is this, a lot of us do not know when the market will recover, and there will be no signs. So you cannot time the market. All right, and continue to stay vested. Okay, and hold if the companies are doing well. And this is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so why we need to stay vested. Now, this is something I hope that you can learn so that you know the reasons behind why we want to stay vested. If you don't want to miss out the big rally, okay, when the sudden, let's say, okay, the tariffs U-turn and stuff, right, or there's a lot of positive news, right, you definitely don't want to miss it. Okay, if you don't want to miss it, best to slowly add to our undervalued stocks. Okay, because like, for example, for the past 1 month and stuff, right, okay, some stocks really I've been waiting. Okay, waiting and say, oh, it hit the undervalued already. Okay, then with some margin of safety, I've been slowly adding. Okay, I'm slowly adding and then I continue to stay vested. Okay, why? Because once a real and permanent positive news happens, I tell you the opportunity may be gone when the price start to go up a lot and very, very fast. Because the market has been compressed already because it's dropped so much, okay, based on the very negative news. Then imagine the price drop is because of this negative news. You can imagine what if this news is gone, no more. Okay, it's like everything back to normal. Then, of course, it will then suddenly you turn back to the normal price as if, this tariff never happened before. All right. So the only way, we do not know when, all right, but stay vested is the best thing. Okay. So again, guys, all right, if you want to find a community, all right, I do again invite you guys to join if you want it. Okay. So I do hope this video brings some value to you guys. Okay. And to help you guys decide, okay, what to do for your stock investing. Okay. So until then, see you in my next video.